Hold on to your seats. Chiefs Kingdom. Because for the first time in what feels like forever, Super Bowl Sunday is arriving and the Kansas City Chiefs are watching from home. Yeah, read that again. No red and gold confetti. No deafening roar shaking the Midwest. No Patrick Mahomes' magic act under the brightest lights. And for a fan base that's grown accustomed to penciling in February football as a birthright, this one stings just a little more. Let's start with a gut check question. When was the last time the Chiefs weren't part of the Super Bowl conversation? For many fans, it's honestly hard to remember. This is a franchise that lifted the Lombardi Trophy back in 1969, then waited decades before exploding into a modern dynasty under head coach Andy Reid, powered by the golden right arm of Patrick Mahomes. Super Bowl champions in 2020, then again in 2023. And yes, back-to-back glory capped by another title in 2024. A run so dominant that the word dynasty stopped being a debate and started being a description. But football has a way of humbling everyone. Even kings fall. And this season, the Chiefs finished 6-11, missing the playoff entirely. No January redemption arc. No Arrowhead snow games. Just question, reflection, and a long offseason ahead. And standing right at the center of that emotional crossroads is one of the most iconic players in franchise history, Travis Kelce. Now, Travis Kelce not playing the Super Bowl? That almost sounds fake. The four-time first-team All-Pro tight end has appeared in 5 Super Bowls over the last 7 seasons. Winning 3 of them, he's been a constant, a security blanket, a matchup nightmare. When things broke down, Mahomes looked for number 87, and more often than not, Kelce delivered with a toe-tap catch, a broken tackle, or that signature first-down spike that sent Arrowhead into a frenzy. This season, Kelce still showed up. All 17 games, 76 catches, 851 yards, 5 touchdowns. For most tight ends in this league, that's a career year. For Kelce, it felt quiet, not because he declined into irrelevance, but because the bar he set for himself is historically absurd. This is a guy who once rattled off 7 straight 1,000-yard seasons at a position that's supposed to block first and catch second. And now, instead of preparing for another Super Bowl media day, Kelce is talking about it from the outside on the New Heights podcast with his brother Jason Kelce. Travis opened up about something fans rarely think about when they imagine the Super Bowl spectacle. The worst part of the whole experience. Media day. The media day is the most necessarily unnecessary thing ever, Kelce said. And you could almost hear the exhaustion behind the humor. Jason, a Super Bowl champion himself, backed him up, explaining how it's hours and hours of answering the same questions over and over, right when all you want to do is focus on the biggest game of your life. Travis didn't mince words either, calling the part players hate the most. And honestly, that kind of candid honesty is exactly why fans connect with him. He's never been just a football robot. He's personality, swagger, emotion. Whether it's his on-field fire, his off-field media presence, or his pop culture crossover that's made him one of the most recognizable athletes on the planet. Kelce has always felt real. And here's the irony. The silver lining, as he joked, is that he doesn't have to deal with that circus this year. No podiums, no microphones, no cameras inches from his face. Just a fan, watching the Seahawks and Patriots battle it out for the Lombardi Trophy at Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara. But make no mistake, even from a couch, Kelce's fingerprints are all over the modern NFL. Because when you talk about the tight end position today, you're talking about Travis Kelce. You're talking about redefining route trees, lining up in the slot like a wide receiver, reading defenses on the fly, and being the quarterback's best friend in the red zone, that crucial area inside the opponent's 20-yard line where games are won and lost. And that brings us back to the bigger picture. How did the Chiefs get here? Let's break it down. Offensively, this was a season of inconsistency. Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback, the play-calling leader, the magician, still flashed brilliance. But the supporting cast struggled to find rhythm. Drops at key moments, missed assignments, injuries that disrupted continuity. Andy Reid's offense thrives on timing, spacing, and trust. When even one gear slips, the whole machine sputters. Defensively, there were bright spots. Chris Jones, the heartbeat of the defensive line, continued to be a disruptive force. His ability to collapse the pocket from the interior is something few players in NFL history have mastered. But football is the ultimate team sport. One star can't cover every gap, every receiver, every mistake. Compare this season to the championship years, and the contrast is stark. In 2020, the Chiefs averaged over 29 points per game. Mahomes was surgical. Kelce and Tyreek Hill were unstoppable. In 2023 and 2024, the offense evolved, leaned on efficiency, situational mastery, and timely defense. This year, the margin for error vanished. Still, context matters. Dynasties aren't linear. Even the Patriots, the gold standard, had seasons where they missed the playoffs. What separates great organizations from good ones is how they respond. And if history tells us anything, the Chiefs respond loudly. This is a franchise built on legends. Len Dawson leading the team to its first Super Bowl victory. Derek Thomas redefining pass rushing with ferocity and grace. Tony Gonzalez setting the standard for tight ends long before Kelce took the torch. And now, Mahomes, Kelce, Reed, etching their chapter into NFL lore. Arrowhead Stadium, Gayha Field at Arrowhead, remains one of the loudest, most intimidating venues in all of sports. Opposing quarterbacks talk about it in hushed tones. False starts pile up. Communication breaks down. Chiefs Kingdom doesn't just watch football, they weaponize sound. And those rivalries? They're still burning. The Raiders, the Broncos, the Chargers, every AFC West matchup still feels personal. And beyond the division, those heavyweight bouts with the Bills and Bengals have defined an era of AFC football. Looking ahead, the question isn't whether the Chiefs can bounce back. It's how fast. Mahomes is still in his prime. Kelce, despite the mileage, remains elite when it matters most. Young players like Isaiah Pacheco bring physicality and edge. The front office has proven it can reload, not rebuild. And Andy Reid? He's still one of the sharpest offensive minds the game has ever seen. Around the league, analysts are already circling Kansas City as a bounce-back candidate. One former player said recently, "I'd never bet against a team with Mahomes and Reid. You give them motivation? That's dangerous." So while Super Bowl 60 will feature the Seahawks and Patriots, don't mistake absence for irrelevance. The Chiefs are watching, learning, taking notes. And Travis Kelce? He might be relieved to skip Media Day this year, but don't think for a second he's done chasing rings. Competitors like him don't fade quietly. They reload, they refocus, and they come back hungry. So Chiefs Kingdom, take a breath. Enjoy the game. Watch the confetti fall for someone else. Just this once. Because if history has taught us anything, it's this. The road back to the Super Bowl often runs straight through Kansas City. And you can bet, when that moment comes, Arrowhead will be ready. The tomahawk chop will echo through night, and the rest of the NFL will be reminded, this is the Chiefs we know, this is the Chiefs we love. Don't go anywhere. Another chapter is coming.